favorite class subject was always science. Who gives a fuck about English and history and math? They sent the probe the way back. So it's a planet that you could just, what? So it's just a gas bubble? A gas sphere with no surface? Then why the fuck are they calling a gas giant? I knew it was a gas giant, but why would they label a gas giant a fucking planet? That's stupid. Something should only be a fucking planet if it has a surface. So it's just a big ball of gas with hurricanes on it. Why the fuck is it considered a planet? What would you label it? A gas giant? I don't believe it should be considered a planet. So they're labeling it a planet because it's a matter of large body that orbits a star? That's stupid. That the moon is a satellite. And now every time I look at the moon, I'm just like, man, that shit looks eerier and eerier. Every time I look at the fucking moon now, I'm like, yeah, that shit definitely is a mega structure for sure. It just sits there like a spying ball. Ain't no way in fuck that shit is just a moon. Like, anybody watch that video? Ever since that video, it definitely is a giant alien base. Quote unquote true humans. Because, come on, man. Every time I look at the moon now, it just looks creepier and creepier because it's just like a giant eyeball watching the Earth. We only see one side of the moon. It doesn't rotate. It helps the gravitational pull. It has the correct gravitational pull and the right mathematics. If we watch the video together, it's almost like you can't debunk what the fuck is said in the video. It's creepy. And everything makes fucking sense. It's not like there's a lot of things that you can actually say is coincidence, but when you have mathematics is not coincidental, bro. Remember, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Numbers don't lie. All right, we'll scan through it. We'll scan through it for the non-believers.
Its reference in ancient history, its perfect geometrical symmetry, and even astronaut testimonies all seem to point to only one logical conclusion: that our moon is most likely a hollowed-out structure and an artificial satellite that was intentionally placed into Earth's orbit only a few 100,000 years ago. Where it really gets strange, though, is when you examine the mathematical and geometrical relationship between the sun, moon, and Earth, which are...
All right, so I see somebody that said a comment that said, so moons exist on other planets, but ours is fake. Yo, I don't know what the fuck happened. As soon as I was about to talk to you guys, instantly my router just went boop. How do you know it's real? Mathematics and common sense. All right, if you haven't seen Moonfall, then I'm not going to spoil it for you yet. We'll talk about Moonfall next week. But Moonfall, basically, I feel like the same shit we've been talking about the moon. I honestly feel like the moon is a giant space station that controls the currents on Earth, controls the seasons. It's just mathematically done too well. Yeah, the moon is hollow. It's been proven when NASA, they dropped some of their heavy ass gear on the moon, and then fucking the shit started ringing for hours. They dropped something heavier, the shit was ringing for 4 hours. Why would a planet ring unless it's hollow? Check your mathematics, check your specs, and check the video that we had watched. I honestly believe the moon is like a giant eyeball watching us and controlling the weather and things like that on Earth. Look, let me tell you what's going on with Earth right now. What's going on with Earth right now is it's very simple. Humans are becoming more and more irrational because there's no higher power to take charge. Imagine this shit right now. Imagine imagine what the president of Russia did, right? But with that shit came consequences from a higher power. Let's just say as soon as he made that decision, Motherfuckers came down in golden chariots with light blinding so fucking goddamn vast that you couldn't even see. All you could see is golden chariots come down. Just from the sky, just riding golden horses. I don't know, to me the best ways the world could reset an alien invasion, quote unquote, you know, let's just not say alien, let's say extraterrestrial, not from this earth. Or just a reset with zombies, like, you know, some post-apocalyptic type shit. I actually have 2 college degrees, you worthless bum. Get the fuck up out of my stream. Permanent daylight savings? Is that a rumor or is it real? Because they said this shit before. So what they're secretly trying to do is figure out how to age us all an hour faster. They already sped up time in 2020. If you're wondering why the years went by faster, it's because they secretly sped up time without us psychologically feeling it. But they sped up time on Earth. You're not gonna feel the hour if it's permanent. It's gonna feel regular to you. Like right now we're feeling it. We should be like, oh, it's 12:24 right now. But you get over it in about a week. Definitely, they for sure sped up the Earth in 2020. 100%. Speaking of shapeshift, let me pause it real quick. Did you guys ever see those weird ass YouTube videos with this woman that's explaining about the high elites in the world and how they're really shapeshifters and reptilians and things like that? Yo, we're gonna watch that fucking video. It's very fucking creepy. Watch when I put this shit on for you guys. The way the pyramid is positioned mathematically, it's in the perfect spot to create a perfect sphere in all directions that surrounds the globe. They had technology back in BC that there's no way you built pyramids with freaking water and ropes. Like, come on now. Water to help slide up giant blocks of limestone and shit. Nobody's buying that shit. You gotta be a complete idiot to think for a fact that humans built the pyramids by themselves. The mathematics is so advanced. The mathematics wasn't even fucking available with that. The extraterrestrial mathematics. From a geography standpoint, Egyptians were not 100% black. I believe there was a time period of black pharaohs, but Egypt is way too close to the Middle East. People travel, people fuck. Yeah. Gotta be realistic about the approach. Alright, so this thing she's talking about, reptilian humanoids. I don't know how she knows about that, but she's dead for leaking this information.
Flashes of things, and my life was not what it seemed to be, which is why I started looking into it. The Aryans, and the purity of the blood, and
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm gonna put this shit on sponsored mode only. And I don't know what's been going on with my streams lately. I don't know why everything's throttling. I'm gonna order a new router. If you honestly think that somebody would sit up here and fabricate some shit like this in their head, you're psycho. That's why this woman's not alive anymore. If you go on record saying some shit like this, you're leaking information of the elites. What do you think is gonna happen to you? You keep hearing, we've all been hearing this shit since we were kids, that there's an alien reptilian race that secretly runs the planet. Have we not always heard that? Like, I've been hearing that shit since I was a kid. And then you got some woman just literally sitting here explaining to you how they use the blood as adrenochrome to hold their human shape because they're shapeshifters. Guys, don't think anything is impossible when science exists. You taking out your cock and pissing is science. So if you honestly, you go a little bit deeper into the interview, she talks about how these reptilians, they're from a different dimension. So you ever wonder why humans, why we can't find You guys hear me? This is done on purpose. I'm running 944 download. I'm running at 35. Hold on, 38 upload. There's no reason I should be dropping frames with a gig internet. Somebody is throttling my shit. Somebody keeps getting my information and fucking up my connections over and over and over again. As far as what I was talking about, if you go deeper into the video, she also talks about how this alien race is from a different dimension. If the globe really was the birthplace of human beings, right? Like our actual DNA and genetic code. Why don't we have gills to swim underwater? Why don't we match with the climate? Why do we have to put on a coat to stay warm? Why do we need AC or something to cool us off? It's almost like we were given tools to survive on Earth, but Earth is not the birthplace of our DNA or genetic code.
There's zero evolution.
Put it like this, if Earth was our birthplace, there would be things that complement us as humans to make us work even better. Viruses on Earth wouldn't kill us. We wouldn't have eyelashes to stop certain pollens and things and getting in our eyes. We wouldn't have nose hair. Guys, you don't think about the fine details of humanity is right there in front of your fucking face. What the fuck do you need eyelashes for on an Earth that's meant for you? The COVID vaccine is literally a step in human evolution that people refuse to take for some weird stance. That's all the COVID vaccine technically is a step in human evolution. I don't give a fuck if you say nah or not. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. You say what the fuck you want to say. That's my fucking belief. I believe in science. That's all I'm gonna say.
Get your antibiotics. Let your body give self antibiotics.
How do you know they didn't spend 12 years predicting what was gonna happen? Like, oh man, you think all this shit ain't planned? I'm telling you, the people that don't take the vaccine now, you're gonna be punished in the future. I don't know how, when, what, where, but you're gonna pay for it. Listen, I got my beliefs.
I'm a science believer.
This is science. Me going like this, guys, you moving my fucking fingers and tentacles and muscle fibers with the activation of my brain, that's fucking science. Me sitting in the seat using my vocal cords to express myself and talk to you is science. Me blinking because my eyes will start to burn in an atmosphere that quote unquote is made for humans, that's science. Like, that's how fucking fast, that's how crazy smart the engineer of humanity is. That we're trained to blink so our eyes won't burn in an atmosphere that technically is made for humans. We humans, the genetic code in human DNA is not of Earth origin. Who knows? The human eye is so crazily engineered. I mean, just think about that. Maybe we can only see what we're allowed to see. Maybe there's certain dimensions and everything that's right in front of us that's blocked, that we were made not to see. Nobody know the fucking tech behind a human eyeball. I bet you niggas never thought about that, huh? You just start blinking we just blink as a reflex, but nobody ever thought, oh, let me just blink, or open your eyes wide and let the wind keep hitting that shit. And in a planet that is truly, in a planet that really, like where our engineers and shit come from, our engineer comes from, that's where humans would get the best strengths and everything. Gravity holding us down, crunching us. Oh, we're ran by reptilians. I keep telling you guys that. The Earth is not ours. The Earth was given to us as an experiment. Humans are a drone species. We were created to serve. We were not created to be deities and gods. Humans are a drone species. Once again, I repeat, we were created to serve. Which is why if you take out a piece of paper and slice your skin, it opens up easily. We are a weak species. A weak organic matter created based species. Oh, it's the right hand? I'm sorry, I don't know shit about marriage, bro. Alright, so if it's the right hand, you're good. Alright. All right, excellent. That lets you know I don't know a goddamn thing about contracted relationships. Wait, did she take the nigga on? Did she take him under the stage too? She took him under the stage. Probably took him under there. Got the reptilians to come down, scare him, get that adrenaline popping, sacrifice him for adrenochrome. That man was never seen again. The moon isn't fake. It's a satellite.